In this video, we're going to talk about what PII and PHI is. So what does PII and what does it stand for? So PII stands for personally identifiable information, and this is information that can identify an individual by itself. So this would be things like your address, your birthday, your email, your phone, any website that you might have. So pretty much anything that where if you have that data, you can be like, it is that person, and without any additional information. So this is, again, information that is very sensitive and could cause a lot identity theft if it is compromised. So that's why there's usually laws and other regulations that specifically relate to this type of data and have very specific ways to maintain the data and protect that data. Another one that you might hear as part of this program is PHI, and this stands for Protected Health Information. And again, there's very specific ways to protect this one as well, but this information deals with, as it states in the name, health information, and specifically information that you find in a person's health record. So as you might notice from the list there, it's a lot of the same information that's contained in PII, but then also contains like medical record numbers, any like health insurance information, and any other like surgeries or any other information that you might find in a health record. So again, there's very specific ways to maintain this confidentiality, and within the setting for PII, as we've already talked about, the one specific law to a university or a college is the FERPA law, which protects the PII. And then with PHI, not only within a university setting, but for any healthcare providers. So like if a university has a health clinic, then that would apply to them. But so for healthcare providers, the type of law that regulates this would be the HIPAA law, and that's where, again, there's very specific ways and usually a lot stricter consequences for a breach of this type of data. So what you might be wondering, okay, well, what if I encounter this information? What do I do? So if you encounter this, you should stop immediately. You should just, wherever you're in the testing, once you've hit that type of data, stop testing, cease. And at that point, you then should hopefully already know what policies there are and how your university would want you to report that information. And whether it's through the normal reporting form, but most likely what the policy would be is to also submit the normal reporting form for the vulnerability, but then also contact the IT department immediately and directly, whether it's through email, phone, however your university would like you to do it. So again, throughout this testing, throughout your participation, make sure you look out for this type of information. Do not actively seek it out, but if you come across it, make sure you follow your university's policies.